Drugs. See your girl in the park. System overload.
This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel bite, bagel bitch boy, bagel bitch back.
What is going on, full-time family? It's time to start the show. It's Friday, December 7th, the day before UFC 231, Holloway versus Ortega. It's going to be a short show, but a goodie. We're going to have some fun on today's show. First, let's get UFC 231 on the screen. Boom, there we are. Holloway versus Ortega, and of course, Shevchenko versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And we're going to have some fun today. We're going to introduce, this is going to be our first time doing it, just the full-time MMA bankroll. But it's just going to be a family thing. It's going to make the fight companions more fun, I think. So let's put that on the screen as well. We're at $5, so we're going to pick a fight. We're all going to vote on it throughout the show. I'll talk about this whenever more people get a chance to come in here. But there's not a lot of news, so we'll talk about this a little more at the end of the show. But if you click the exclamation mark at the top of your screen, you get to vote between 4 of the fights on the main card. And whatever has the most votes at the end of the show, we are going to be putting that $5 on. And if somebody wants to have some fun during the fight companion or something or before and throw another $2 on it or $5 or something on it, then that's what we'll be betting on the fights. But we're starting at $5, so I think that's going to be fun. Of course, we're going to be doing the fight companion tomorrow for UFC 231, which we're going to be talking about today, as well as we're going to be talking about a few current events in MMA, boxing / kickboxing. Mayweather Nasukawa, what is that? Exhibition, talking a little exhibition today. First, let's pull up the chat and give a shout out to the full-time family. Leon Dubbison, D Brown in the building. Yo, Steve Ortiz, what's going on? We got a Stamina MC in the building, says, damn, about to take my fat black ass for a run. Yo, I'm with you. Cam Murphy says, hey, what up? Not much. What's going on, Cam? Jorge, LA in the house. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah. I don't know the rest. I need to get my white people music up. Just fucking around. Stephanie, she says, I'm a traveled man. I'm in Sao Paulo. Oh, snaps. Hell yeah. All right, guys. So we are going to look at the fights. We'll look at the prelims as well today. But we're going to start at the main card. Of course, Holloway versus Ortega. That's going to be the featherweight title fight. I mean, this is going to be a great fight. It could really go either way. Max Holloway, it really, I mean, he made weight and he made it like, it wasn't even close. Like, he made, I think he came in at like 144.5 or something. He looked great at the weigh-ins. He didn't look like he had a bad weight cut. So Max Holloway, like, if he's healthy, man, I love his chances to win this fight. One of the greatest featherweights of all time to date. I mean, he went on a 10-fight winning streak to get the title, beat Jose Aldo twice, 2 third-round TKOs. He's finished Anthony Pettis before that was a thing. Max Holloway is a beast, but we've had some health concerns and scares coming up to this fight. He's had to pull out of a few fights, and Brian Ortega is looking as dangerous as ever. We know about his jiu-jitsu, but he's coming off a first-round knockout over Frankie Edgar, so that's going to be a phenomenal fight. Could go either way. Ortega can win by knockout. He can win by submission. He can win by decision. But Max Holloway can win by each of those ways as well. More likely to knock you out or win a decision. Max Holloway, I don't think he has as many submissions on his record as some others, but still, he can definitely submit you, definitely dangerous on the mat. So, going to be a great fight. Valentina Shevchenko seems as clear-minded as possible. She seems like she's all in Joanna's head. Joanna's not the same. I mean, she had a little fun at the press conference. Like, yeah, after this, you strawweights are going to be bowing down. She smiled a little bit, but Valentina said, she said something that really stood out. She says, Joanna knows her mind games won't work on me. Like, she knows. So it's just, I don't see much ways for Joanna to win this fight, but it's going to be great because you can't count her out. Looking forward to this. Reverb Twang in the building. Sure, dog millionaire. What's going on? Cowboy Oliveira taking on Gunnar Nelson. I think somebody's getting submitted in that fight. I'll tell you that much. I don't know who it's going to be. I might give a slight edge to Gunnar Nelson, but I think I don't know. That's a 50-50 for me because Alex Oliveira's dangerous. I mean, he can knock you out. He can submit you. He's on a 2-fight winning streak, beat Carlos Condit and forgot who he fought most recently, but Gunnar Nelson, though, he's dangerous. He hasn't fought in a while, though. You know, he was scheduled to fight Neil Magny, I believe, at UFC Liverpool, forced out of that fight. So he's back. UFC 231, that's going to be a great fight. Cowboy Oliveira versus Gunnar Nelson. And then Hakeem Dawodu versus Crash Kyle Bochniak. You guys might remember Crash from his fight with Zabit Magomedsharipov. Zabit's he fought again since then, but before that, his fight with Kyle Bochniak, it was a thriller, man. Kyle Bochniak came to game that night. Zabit won the fight, unanimous decision. I mean, he was really winning each round, but that didn't stop Kyle Bochniak from bringing it until the very end. And so I'm looking forward to his fight because you know what he brings to a fight, and you know, he made me want to watch his next fight in that performance, taking on Hakeem Dawodu. Who's only lost one fight in his career. I believe he's like 7-1-1 or 8-1-1. That's going to be a good fight as well. And then, of course, somebody's most likely going to sleep in Jimmy Manuwa versus Thiago Santos. Going to be a good light heavyweight fight. Thiago Santos up from middleweight, coming off that third-round TKO over Eric Anders. That was a great performance. Short notice. He was supposed to fight Jimmy Manuwa. I think there was actually an original opponent, like, there was 2 opponent changes, which forced Eric Anders in there. Now we're going to be seeing Jimmy Manuwa versus Thiago Santos. I think Jimmy Manuwa's a little more technical striker in this bout, which will help him. But Thiago Santos is as dangerous as anybody. I mean, he can definitely, if he connects, it's going to be over, especially being big, strong, light heavyweights, both of these guys strikers. So looking forward to that fight as well, and that's just the pay-per-view. I mean, there's some really good prelims. Claudia Gadelha, Nina Ansaroff, strawweight fight. We'll see with Nina Ansaroff what she can do in here, but Claudia Gadelha has been looking good as far as leading up to this fight and her preparation. Not in her most recent fights, but leading up to this fight, she's been looking good. Well, she's always looking good. No hetero. Wait, that's hella hetero. Nina Ansaroff, she's taking on Claudia Gadelha. That's going to be a tough test for Nina Ansaroff, the wife of Amanda Nunes. Tough, you know, Amanda Nunes has been saying for a while she believes Nina Ansaroff can be the strawweight champion. Well, this is going to be a test for her right here. We'll see if Nina Ansaroff can get it done. OAM, Olivier Albin Mercier, looking to bounce back off that loss to Alex Hernandez with a win over Dorino Gilbert Burns. I like OAM's chances in this fight. He's fighting again in Canada. I know he doesn't want to lose there twice, man. So that's going to be a great fight, though. Caitlin Chukagi and Jessica Ai. We could be looking at a top contender fight here for the female flyweight division. Caitlin Chukagi is one of the top-ranked female flyweights already. Winner of this fight could be fighting Valentina Shevchenko. If not after this fight, one more fight. So keep your eye on this fight, no pun intended. And then you got Eric Anders versus Elias Theodorou. This fight's been brewing for a while. Eric Anders been calling him out for a while. We'll see if he can, beat Elias Theodorou. This is a fight that Eric Anders has been wanting for a while. He's coming off that loss to Thiago Santos, who's going to be fighting later on the card. And this is a fight where Elias Theodorou, if he's probably going to win a decision if he wins this fight, maybe a submission. I don't really see him knocking out Eric Anders. And Eric Anders, we know, is just fucking dangerous. Former Alabama football player, but he started off 11-0, 12-0 as a pro fighter. He just had a couple setbacks recently, but he's still very dangerous and could easily be ranked in the top 15. I think he could win this fight, but it's anybody's fight. I'm looking forward to it. Check out the early prelims. Brad Katona, Matthew Lopez, Chad LaPrize, Diego Lima, Diego Ferreira, Kyle Nelson, Devin Clark, Alexander Rakic. Makes 0 sense to me. What the fuck? This can't be the correct order, right? I would watch this fight on the pay-per-view, you guys. I really like, for both of these guys are really good fighters. I like both of these guys. Alexander Rakic in his last fight just looked phenomenal. He looked like one of those guys that can be one of the prospects the light heavyweight division needs. This guy's dangerous. Devin Clark, he is too. Training out of fucking Jackson Wink. Been training with John Jones for the last few years. He's got legit UFC experience. Devin Clark's a very talented fighter. So for them to kick off this card is actually wild to me. They should for sure be above, I mean, hell, all of these guys, and then probably some of these for sure. I mean, it's tough here. It's tough here. The card's pretty stacked. It's pretty stacked. But yeah, I love that fight on the early prelims. Devin Clark, Alexander Rakic. So let's go. A few things to talk about, and we can get a little bit of a panel in. I only got like 4 things to talk about, and then if anybody wants to hop on the panel, talk about the fights, we can do that for about 30 minutes or whatever. So Dana White says Max Holloway's too big to continue at featherweight. Max Holloway made weight fine today, but you know, Dana White probably a little concerned about his weight cutting issues he's potentially privy to that maybe we aren't. Dana White would know a little more than us about Max Holloway's weight cutting process, and you know, if he's close and the behind the scenes stuff. So maybe Dana White's seen some things, or talked to the commission who's seen some things, who actually stopped Max Holloway from fighting Khabib at UFC 223. Maybe they've seen some things and they're like, yo, Max probably shouldn't be cutting this weight much longer. He's a big boy, so I mean, he's got a hell of a legacy at featherweight. We'll see what he can do, but win or lose, he potentially could be moving up to lightweight. Dana White says it's weird. I'm not nervous, but I should be. You know, I didn't want him to fight again at 45. He wanted to fight so bad. He wanted this fight so bad. He got cleared by every test and doctor and everything we've done. Came in light this week, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, it could be really bad if he didn't make weight. So that would have been a shitty situation. I still don't know if that's ever happened. The champion comes in and misses weight. Well, 206.5. Shout out to the greatest DC. Fuck you talking about. But I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. A champion miss weight. Aside from that. He says, I think he needs to go to 55. He's too big for this weight. You can't keep doing this to yourself and cutting down to 45, but you know what he wanted? He wants this Ortega fight. He wants to fight Ortega so bad. This is the fight he wanted. He got it. He's medically cleared to fight, and he got what he wanted. At the end of the day, Max Holloway says he'll show up, and we'll see what happens when I show up and meet in the octagon. Can't wait to see. So Max Holloway, man, looked great at the weight cut, made weight, medically cleared to fight. I'm with Blessed. I'm with Blessed. I think Blessed is gonna come in, look good. Y'all must have forgot I'm motherfucking Max Holloway. Don't let these injuries and withdrawals fool you, motherfuckers. I came in light, made weight, no more slurring. I listened to an interview earlier and I didn't hear much slurring. I didn't know someone pointed that out, like maybe in his earlier in the week, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's just a little Max Holloway. You know what I'm saying? Over time, but I don't think it's near what it was last fight. And the most recent interview, I think, the day before weigh-ins, like yesterday, he sounded fine to me. So, Dana White, though, talking about Max Holloway's potential move up from featherweight. The rules have been announced for Mayweather versus Tenshin Nasukawa. It's going to be 3 minutes per round for 3 rounds. Straight boxing rules. Both will wear risen 8-ounce gloves. Weight 147. No judges. This will be a full contact competition, but the bout is not going on boxing or MMA records. Okay, so it's just going to be you choose who won. We know Mayweather won. Pretty much, I think, it's going to be a boxing match. No judges needed because it's not going on anybody's record. We don't need a decision. No one's getting their hand raised. No one wins. No one loses except for the people getting paid and the fans that get to watch the exhibition. Not going to be in your hair for too long. Probably aren't going to need an undercard. I mean, they're going to have to make it some sort of event or you're going to miss it, right? I mean, it's going to have to be at least 30 minutes long. Maybe they'll have like an hour. Will they have some sort of undercard? Not 100% sure on that one. But, yeah, if there's not some sort of undercard, what is it going to, you would have to wonder when the time's going to be. Because I want to watch it. I would watch it live, but maybe it's, maybe it's something you watch later online, pre-recorded, somewhere on time delay. Because, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they work it out. I would imagine there's not an undercard. Well, it could be like at the start of a risen event, actually. Okay, we'll see what they do, but here's the rules, man. I'll watch it. I'm curious to see how this, Tenshin Nasukawa kid does boxing. I know he's a hell of a kickboxer. So, gonna be a cool little event. I would definitely tune into if it was free. I'm not paying for no damn 3-round exhibition that's not officially going on anybody's record. Doesn't really mean nothing. A payday. I will, maybe if it's cheap, maybe like $5. It is Mayweather, right? Mayweather, Nasukawa. It's worth something. All right. But here's the rules. Full contact competition. Bouts not going to be on boxing or MMA records. So those are the rules. I believe it's going down at the end of the year. What was it, December? I want to say December 31st, but I know that's when PFL is, so I don't want to get it mistaken. That more details will probably be released about when and if it's going to be like on an undercard and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Mayweather versus Nasukawa going down. All right, so we've got a little bit of a debacle going on in the UFC's welterweight division, guys. We might have an interesting situation going on. Yo, we got fucking a three-headed horse right now up here. 3 motherfucking potential people that could be fighting for this welterweight title. And we got, okay, so let me lay out this welterweight title picture for you guys because it's very interesting right now. First, Dana White on the state of the welterweight division. He said, tell me when Woodley does want to fight. This is always the issue with Woodley. We're going to move on. That division's stacked. We've got a lot of good talent. And what he means is Kamaru Usman. It looks like Dana White might have found a new potential champion, someone that can finally beat Tyron Woodley. Seems like Dana White's tried everything. He's threw every style at Tyron Woodley, people that don't deserve the fight, people that have missed weight. He's done everything to try and get Tyron Woodley out of there, it seems. He's just matching him up against #1 contenders, but he's not getting those super fights, no easy fights, no easy ones for Woodley. Definitely all very tough matchups, and he's done great in those. But now, with Usman's performance over the last weekend against RDA, like I was saying during the fight companion, Woodley might be looking at this fight. And if he is, he can't be excited about having to potentially fight Kamaru Usman with what he's seeing, the relentlessness, the pressure, just everything Kamaru Usman was bringing to that Rafael Dos Anjos fight. Just him and Woodley and Covington have to be looking at this like, fuck that. Like, that's going to be a guy that gets avoided. He's already known as, it's been reported, one of the most avoided UFC fighters of all time. And he's only been in the UFC for what, 5 years, maybe? He's 9-0 in the UFC. What a fucking start. Who starts off 9-0 in the UFC? Fucking phenomenal. So what Kamaru Usman's doing is somewhat unprecedented, and also what we saw in the RDA fight, you can't really look at that and make some excuse. Oh, he's boring. Even Dana White was impressed. So with that being said, now look at the situation. You've got Usman just said he was offered a fight with Covington, but this isn't the first time. He doesn't expect him to accept it. Covington is saying he's not fighting anybody except for Tyron Woodley. Look at what's going on, guys. So Woodley had to fight Till because Covington wasn't ready. Covington wasn't ready to fight something with his nasals. Wasn't ready to fight Woodley. Woodley told him to get some Zyrtec. Woodley had to fight Till. Now, Dana White, in an interview he did yesterday or the day before, he said Covington was stripped. He was saying whenever Till fought for the belt, Covington lost the belt. So he kind of said that again, like Covington's not the champ. And for him to be offering Usman a fight with Covington, it makes sense that Covington's probably stripped right now. Yeah, he's still walking around with the belt because they're not going to come to your house and take your belt. But I don't think the UFC's looking at Colby Covington as the interim champion anymore. And with that being said, they offered him a fight with Usman, because Woodley's now saying he's potentially not available. So this is what's going on. It seems like, from a fan looking in, Woodley wants these guys to fight each other at this point because they're both dangerous. They're both tough matchups for Woodley. So the best option for Woodley would to be for Usman to fight Covington. One of you guys, and the best do this. You know, oh, I'm injured, fucking, you two number one contenders are going to have to fucking take each other out. We saw this, we've seen this numerous times. I mean, and I'm not saying people fake their injuries, but they're convenient injuries. Like, oh, fuck, Champ's injured. I guess Yoel Romero's got to fight Robert Whittaker again, or I guess, you know, like, sorry. We've seen it multiple times. So, Tyron Woodley, according to Dana White, now he's saying Woodley doesn't want to fight. So it seems like Woodley's trying to get Usman to have to fight Covington. Woodley's like, I just fought Till, so technically, y'all can't strip me. You can maybe give them an interim title fight or something, but you know that ain't going to work. Your whole welterweight interim title shit show already went down. So Woodley's playing it like, I just fought Till, so technically if Woodley does find some convenient injury or if he's not ready to fight, Usman's got to fight Covington. One of them beats the other one, and then either way, Woodley's only got to fight one of them. And they're both going to be tough matchups for Woodley. Now, Covington, he wants to fight Woodley. He's like, fuck that, I'm not about to fight Usman and Woodley because that's a tougher route. You would have to fight Usman, beat Usman, and still beat Woodley. Both of those are tough fights. So now he's like, fuck that, I'd rather just fight Woodley. I want to just fight Woodley. Now he's trying to just get the title fight and not have to go through Usman then the title. Usman's like, I'll fight either one of you motherfuckers. One of y'all, something's going to have to happen. So Woodley wants Covington to fight Usman, and Covington's now like, fuck that, I want to fight you. So this is crazy what's going on in this whole welterweight title picture. And with how it's playing out, Dana White's saying Woodley's not wanting to fight right now. And Covington saying, I'm not fighting no one but Woodley. So where does that leave Usman? Someone's going to have to fight. And it might be Woodley versus Covington. That's a fight I really want to see. But if the UFC can't get these guys, Woodley, to fight, then he said we might have to move on. And now we might have to move on kind of sounds like worst case scenario, like a potential stripping. But I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can strip Tyron Woodley after he just defended the belt against Darren Till. That gave him a title defense. It was a while. It had been a while, going on a year, but he defended the belt. So now it's only been a few months. So you can't strip Woodley. So no hetero. But interesting situation playing out at welterweight with that Usman performance. It seems like we got some duck goose going on at the top of the division. Don't seem like anybody wants smoke with the Nigerian Nightmare. Jay Skill says no stripping Woodley. No hetero. Colby Covington says he will not accept. Oh, yeah, we talked about that a little bit there. He wants to fight. Colby Covington wants to fight Woodley now. He's seen that Usman performance. Woodley's seen that Usman performance. Both of these guys saw that Usman performance. That's what this means to me. Woodley's like, okay, Covington. And Usman said he would rather fight Colby than fight for the title. And Usman, that's crazy. He said, I gotta bless this dude with these hands. Oh, shit, dude. I want to see Usman versus Covington. Yo, I want to see that almost just as bad as I want to see Woodley versus Covington. He said, I gotta bless this dude. He said he would rather fight Covington than fight for the title. Like, and Woodley's seeing all this like, yeah, Covington, how about you fight Usman? Then whoever wins can fight me. And that's smart for Woodley, too. So that's crazy. Sam MC says, even if Colby and Kamaru fight, the loser probably still gets the second shot at the belt. Nobody can leapfrog either of them the way things are now. Except for potentially like Askren. Like loser might have to fight Askren. Or and in the meantime, in between time, what if Woodley beats one of them and somebody does, Conor McGregor, somebody does want to fight Woodley? I mean, I doubt it. What if GSP does want to come back? You know, shit could shake up in that time to where they might have to fight someone else. But I do still agree they would still have a good chance of getting back to the title. They would still have a good chance, but things could shake up. So we got one more thing that I want to cover right here, and then we'll get the panel going. Ben Nguyen announcing his UFC release. Ben 10 Nguyen, I would definitely not be surprised if he got signed by One Championship. For one, Ben 10's already like the name of a superhero, right? And that's what they're going for. For two, Asian. For three, flyweight. I mean, sounds perfect for one championship. So with the UFC potentially folding this division, this is just more signs of that potentially coming. This is his statement. What a journey it has been. I want to thank everyone who supported me since the day I set out my goal to fight in the UFC. This is one of the toughest sports in the world, and like anything, we have our ups and we have our downs. Unfortunately, the down is that I've been released by the UFC. I may not have had the opportunity to fight for UFC gold, but I'm grateful to have fought for the UFC and shared the center spotlight with so many flyweights. I met a lot of great people and made heaps of friends throughout my time in the UFC. These are memories I'll cherish forever. Look forward to 2019 and the new opportunities that may arise. /1 championship. I'm coming for you, bitches. Now, I don't know where he's going to go. I mean, but I would imagine he would be a great fit for one. But yeah, so UFC continuing to release a slew of these flyweights. All right, guys, with that being said, it's time for the panel. And oh, motherfuck, man, I really think some headphones, some headphones got broken, my headphone jack. So for some reason, I can't plug my headphones in, so I don't want it to echo. How can I solve this? Maybe I can plug. Okay, man, I think I might know what I can do. We'll see. But I'm going to pull up the panel. Let's go Google Hangouts. Hopefully there's not too much of an echo on my end because I can't use headphones right now unless I figure out a way to do it. Alright, video call. So we'll talk a little bit about the fights coming up. You guys get your thoughts off on anything going on in the MMA world. Then we'll be out here because I got to get to work and I got to get ready for work, download some podcasts and shit so I have something to listen to, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, link in the chat. And while we get the link in the chat, I'm going to try and plug these headphones in. Boom. Boom. There's the Google Hangout link. I'm going to try and plug these in the back. No hetero. Let's see if this works. Then we'll have to sit hella close and shit. Alright, let me see if I can hear something. Go to YouTube. Oh, we gotta do the fucking bankroll. We gotta do the bankroll. We're gonna definitely do the bankroll. We'll do that after. Oh no, we gotta do that like right now. We'll do that to start the panel. I'll do that like right before we start talking on the panel. But I gotta see if I can even hear something real fast. Alright, I'm not gonna actually play it. Alright, it works. It works. Alright. There's the main card, so I can hear, right? Okay, I can hear. I just had to make sure I can hear, so whenever people hop on the panel, I'll be able to hear. Alright, so I'm going to get the link in the panel one more time. But first, we're about to do this, let's do it, guys. It's time. It's time for the motherfucking fake money bankroll. So this is what we're doing. I need everybody right now. Let's zoom this in. We don't need to see all these damn odds. We only need to see the main ones. Alright, just a little bit. Alright, guys. This is what we need. Right at the top of your screen, there should be an exclamation mark. I don't know if you can do this on mobile. You should be able to. You definitely can if you're on a desktop. And when you click it, it's going to drop down options. It's going to tell you that you can vote on who you want to place this $5 bet on, the full-time family bankroll. So this is going to make the fight companion, I think, that much cooler, because then if we win the bet, then we'll have that much to bet on the next fights. And if we lose, this thing goes down in flames. Either way, it's going to be fun. $5 on the bankroll. The bets the bet options are for this card. You can do, I believe we have Kyle Bochniak at plus 150, Gunnar Nelson at minus 145, Valentina Shevchenko at minus 335, or Max Holloway at plus 105. He is now an underdog. Holy smokes. Who'd have thunk it? I gotta update those odds, guys, on our bets, because that means our bets are a little bit better. So, I'll update that. Boom. Let's see. Edit. Who are we betting on? You click that and vote. Max Holloway is now actually a damn underdog, which is wild, man. Ortega can win, but Max Holloway seems healthy. What's going on? We'll see, man. All right. And what, Kyle Bochniak's now plus 150? All right, what do you guys want to bet on? Cast your votes. I'm clicking. I'm going to put my vote in. I'm pretty sure I know where everyone's going to vote, though. Me too, though. All right, so far we have everybody on Max Holloway. Everybody is on Max Holloway. So we'll look at that at the end of the show, and if it's changed, then we'll bet on whoever the family votes on. But right now, it looks like 3 out of 3 bets have been placed on Max Holloway, or that's who you guys are voting on. So that's cool with me. All right. Now, I've gave you guys time to join the panel. Yeah, just pick one, Wrath of the Raider. Just click one of those, and whoever at the end gets the most votes from the people watching, that's who we're placing it on. Max all day. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I see that one. I mean, gonna be a good fight. Looks like we're gonna have $5 on Max, guys. All right, so there's the link one more time. She says if Max is still Max, he gets it done. Yeah, this would be a fucking hell of a anticlimactic ending for Max Holloway. And it wouldn't be an ending, clearly. He's still really young, but to his winning streak, I mean, this is a winnable fight, I feel like, and the only reason he would lose, I think, would be health concerns. I think he's the better fighter, but he can get caught. He can get caught, but it's going to be tough to catch Max Holloway. No one else has done it. So, yeah, man. Max the Undergod, says Leon Dubbison. There we go. I hear somebody on the panel. Let's see. Who we got in the building? Somebody with some music symbols as the picture. You guys hear me? I know you guys do on YouTube. All right, Reverb has left the call. Well, guys, I mean, I know Forward said he was potentially down. If not, man, I'll get out your hair and start getting ready for work, getting what I need. It's all good, Reverb Twang. It's all good. All right, so mic issues. Okay, no problem. You can hop on next time. We'll be doing the fight companion tomorrow, though, guys. Seems like that may be it for the show today. Main card, UFC 231, Holloway versus Ortega, Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna Jacek, both UFC title fights. Everyone made weight. It's official as a whistle. That being said, that's all I got today, guys. I mean, it looks like we're going to be putting the $5 on Max Holloway for the bankroll, so we'll have some fun tomorrow. That being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. No hetero.